Welcome to Ink2 Video. Every day we break down powerful books into simple stories and show you exactly how to apply them.
It is 6 a.m. Meet Vardha. He knows exactly what he should do. His gym bag is packed, his laptop is ready, and his to-do list is waiting. All he has to do is stand up. But the moment he reaches for the covers, his internal monologue takes over. His brain begins a rapid-fire audit of every reason to stay put. It's too cold, he's still tired, or work twice as hard later. Vardha believes he has a motivation problem. In reality, he is struggling with a habit of hesitation, a physiological loop that triggers whenever he faces an impulse to act on a goal. This hesitation acts as a vacuum. It quietly pulls the air out of his intentions, destroying his momentum one morning at a time before he even leaves the bedroom. Vardha is wrestling with a primal survival mechanism. His brain is simply doing its evolutionary job, keeping him safe, warm, and protected from the perceived threat of effort. Let's pause time exactly 5 seconds after the alarm goes off. This is the precise micro moment before the brain successfully kills the waking impulse. Author Mel Robbins identified this strict 5-second window. It is the exact gap between an initial idea and the moment your brain destroys it. To bypass those stop signals, we use metacognition, the practice of thinking about your own thinking. The mechanical hack is surprisingly simple. You interrupt the infinite loop of overthinking by counting backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting backward is a specialized task requiring deliberate focus. This forcefully wakes up the prefrontal cortex, the brain's logical decision maker. This focus pulls processing power away from the rest of the brain, starving the amygdala and dimming the region responsible for generating fear and hesitation. The countdown is a literal biological override. It is a calculated heist of your brain's own stop signals. We can also observe this mechanism through chemistry, specifically through a concept called activation energy. In a chemical reaction, a massive, disproportionate initial spark of energy is required at the start, before dropping. Human psychology maps to this same principle. Getting out of bed requires clearing that exact same energy barrier to move from stagnation into momentum. The 5-second countdown manufactures that initial spark. It provides the required activation energy exactly when you need it. But there is one unbreakable condition. When you hit the number 1, physical movement is mandatory. You must translate the mental count into immediate physical action. If you don't move, the brain's safety mechanisms reboot, and the window of opportunity closes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vardha forces himself upright and throws off the covers. He secures a win before his brain can process the resistance, and that single victory builds immediate momentum for the hours ahead. Vardha begins applying this rule to his professional life. When he feels the dread of an upcoming sales call, he counts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dials. In social situations, he uses the countdown to bypass anxiety, forcing himself to walk toward a new person the moment he hits 1. He even uses it to break the loop of late-night scrolling, putting the phone down the second the countdown ends. To solidify the change, he commits to a 7-day challenge, applying the rule to his most important habit, regardless of how he feels. He eliminates the hours usually lost to getting ready to get ready, finally trusting himself to execute the work he used to avoid. Courage is a habit built in tiny 5-second increments. It isn't a personality trait you're born with. It's a decision you make. Accumulating these micro-wins establishes what psychologists call an internal locus of control. Consistently overriding his own impulses builds the belief that his personal choices, rather than his internal feelings or external environment, drive his results. While humans have little control over their involuntary emotions, they remain the sole architects of their physical actions. Think about the one task you are currently putting off. If you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 right now, what is the first physical action you can take on 1?
Subscribe to the channel and comment on which point you would like to implement in your life and which book we should read next.